So we all stay healthy. And sometimes we'll do a fitness boot camp here.
Oh, okay.
You will do a 6-week fitness boot camp because you have some people who are actually intimidated as far as going into gyms. So coming in here, we work and teach them how to use everyday stuff around your house that you can do to exercise. You can actually, your weight can actually be your own body weight. So as far as doing, if you're not one of those that like to get on the floor to do a push-up, you can do a push-up from the wall or from your dining room table. So we'll do the boot camps. Mr. Bright has a tendency to work us half to death, and we'll go through the neighborhood and walk and take these hills. But it's actually a lot of fun, and everybody likes that, and they don't feel that they're being looked at or they're being judged because they're going to look like the people that live in the gym. So we do that also too. So there's a lot of different things that we're able to do here. That is really wonderful. And people, years ago, it used to be known as the Little House. That was the nickname of this building. So you could tell people, or the clubhouse, the BPW, they're like, what's that house? Oh, the Little House. Oh yeah, I know where that's at, the Little House. So yeah, because I've been affiliated, with this building, I want to say about 15 years. Miss Yolanda, God rest her soul, she would always tell me that she was my Italian mother, and so she was so adamant about me being a member. So every time there was a meeting, anything that went on here, she called me up. Come on, I need you to meet me there. So I said okay, and eventually, I had no choice. She paid for my membership. And I didn't even know it. Oh. But I was always here in all of the meetings and everything. So I always knew everything that was going on. And I've seen it change. Even with the building itself, when I took over as being in charge of the building and just kind of keeping the antique look, but bringing it a little bit up to date. It had the ugliest paint ever. And I couldn't take it anymore. I just couldn't. But being able to put in colors that are versatile to what anybody does as far as their decorations and things like that. And people that have been here, like the young lady that was here, her mother, they had her 16th birthday here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and then all these years later to come back and have her wedding reception here. And her mom, they couldn't believe how the difference and how well it looked as far as the decor and everything like that. So we take a lot of pride on this building as far as how it looks. And a lot of the work we actually do ourselves. And then there's sometimes that we can't, like my air conditioner, we have 2 units. And we had a bunch of the stones, 1 unit got struck by lightning. So, but I have amazing people that I have relationships with. Mike, Ted, he and his wife. They do air conditioning and heating, and they're like family to us. And I can call him and he'll come out. And it's like the past 2 years he had to come out, it was either a rat or a mouse. And he would start calling you the animal lady. And he would pull the rat or something out and look at it. I said, no, I don't want it. So this time he came out, I said, please don't tell me it's a rat. And he said, no, worse. I said, a snake? He said, lightning struck you. But they took really, really good care of us in fixing it and trying to keep the fee down as low as possible for us and everything. So, we've been blessed. We've been very, very blessed to have a lot of people that we've had long relationships with as far as things that we're needing to get fixed. So I'm happy. We just want to get the membership built up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And how many members do you have?
We have 21.
And the fees?
The fee is $45 a year, which you cannot beat.
No. And then how often do you meet?
We meet on the 4th Wednesday every month.
We make the meetings. The meeting start at 6:30, and the meeting lasts an hour.
And he makes sure
And
that,
and also we have a do telecom. So for those members who can't make it physically here, they can dial in by teleconference and still participate in the meetings.
so we make it pretty easy for everybody because, especially those that may have a part-time job or something like that, so they can still be able to listen, just mute it and be able to listen and still, participate in everything. So, and we actually still have the original dishes because years ago, whenever they had their meeting, a person would actually they would choose who was going to cook and feed everybody. So we actually had the actual original dishes, the VP dishes.
Yeah, they used to do dinner meetings here, and as a fundraiser when they do the dinner meeting, well, they was charged like $4 to eat,
Yeah.
and that was just money that would go back into the club. It was like a little fundraiser, and if people want to come in that knew they were having dinner meeting that night, they would come in, get a plate, sit down. They had building set up as home. So, like, we got a full kitchen as you saw. We have a full kitchen, and everything that you need to be home. Back then the ladies did a lot for the buildings and trying to keep the camaraderie among each other, and it went well. So now we're trying to keep that same tradition going. So, question.
For the hottest instrumentals, you gotta holler at Robin Wesley
Got a
Production.
lot of information, so.
Yeah, we've actually had someone that asked about having a couponing, to have someone to come in who was one of those master couponers. And I said I would be interested in that myself. So that's one of the other things that we're looking at actually setting up in here. Having someone, all of those that are interested in couponing, saving money, and can get $1,000 worth of groceries for $10. Yes, we are looking at setting that up also too, to do a master couponing workshop.
Here's Marsha spelling of her last name. Like I say, spelling her last name ain't fun.
Because she hyphens.
Yeah.
I think she still has her maiden and
You gotta holler at Robin Wesley Production.
And she just got reelected for a second term as the state president.
she's really nice.
Robin Wesley.
And we also sponsor, one of the sponsors for the African World Peace Festival.
Oh, okay.
We were a sponsor last year, and we plan on being a sponsor again this year also too. So.
Yeah, we've done an article on that for our July issue.
Yeah. They are wonderful people. They're like family. Yeah, so I've actually known them even before they opened up the restaurant. I met them through the Loving Hands International when they had that catastrophe in Haiti, and we were doing the shoes for Haiti, and we had collected so many shoes. The Stony Point Fire Department, I had just stacked up a whole room. And so it still had so much more, and I was given T's information, and that's how I actually met them. And after that, it was family. Yeah, so, and I was tasting food there then, and I told them, I said, you need to open up a restaurant here, because they didn't have an authentic, West African restaurant in this area here, and I'm so glad they did, and they're doing so well.